Welcome back to Hopeless Optimistic Tarot. It is a day where I feel like it's big on the recharge. So, what are we doing to recharge our energy? There's a lot that's happening beneath the surface, and sometimes you don't feel like anything is happening, but things really are. So, let's get some guidance on what's happening beneath the surface. What do we need to know? Kind of ill prepared. I just came in the house and ran an errand with one of my daughters, and I just felt drawn to immediately jump into this. So let's get this going. And we're going to use the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot again and the Light Seekers deck along with our beautiful friends in the Sacred Hags Oracle to start off with. And let's see what the tarot has to say to us today. So, particularly when I was pregnant, I didn't feel like I was really doing anything, but beneath the surface, my body was working overtime. And I kind of feel like that's the same energy that's going on here right now. Like it's that same sort of gestational period, as it were. You know, something is coming to fruition, and we are in this critical space of just sort of lying in wait. So, what do the hags have to tell us today? Underneath, Season of the Haunted Heart. And Season of the Haunted Heart is, I know how it makes me feel, but Season of the Haunted Heart within the canon of our dear Danielle Delsky is about shadow work. So again, this resonates with what I was saying about things happening beneath the surface. So we've got the Fern Forest, which is about patterns, and the Witch's Initiation, which is Genesis, the beginning. We're seeing the patterns, something new is beginning, and Nectar of Forbidden Fruit, so rebellion. So, wow. Just wow. Fern Forest is about like fractals, like seeing the patterns in all of the things that you do, like how things repeat on the micro as they do in the macro. The Witch's Initiation, the beginning of something great, and Nectar of Forbidden Fruit. So I was talking about this being an interesting like image for rebellion, but when you think about it, wasn't Eve a rebel for taking that which she was told not to take? So that's where we are on this. Love it. And shadow work. What lurks beneath? We're going to start with the Light Seekers deck today. So, what are you noticing? What are you seeing happen again and again in ways big and small? What is making itself known to you so that you can start this brand new beginning? And we have reverse Nine of Swords. So I think in relation to this Fern Forest, it's like you're shaking yourself up out of whatever the funk is that you've been in. You're getting out of it. You're beginning to see where you've been and how you got there and why you got there. Maybe a few times over, and now you're in the space of cleansing yourself. We get Two of Cups. So this is, I know that it's traditionally like a love card, but for me in this particular scenario, it feels like a self-love, like you are caring for yourself in new and wonderful ways. Let's talk about this witch's initiation. Oh, the sun. Genesis, you are beginning something really beautiful, like really, really beautiful. And the Ace of Cups. Wow, we've got two of the sort of most loving, like minor arcana cards out there. Like, but this is about self-love in this instance. This is about doing the things for yourself that are creating the environment, both physically and mentally, to prepare yourself for this wonderful new beginning. And tell me about this rebellion. Page of Swords and reverse Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to clarify that Ten of Pentacles for sure here in a second. But Page of Swords in here always feels to me a little bit like a version of the Hanged Man, so, or the Hanged One. So it's springing into action um, in this particular space as being like um, a new beginning. It actually resonates with our Genesis, and it's something that you're going to pursue passionately. And I wanted to get a little bit on this reverse Ten of Pentacles. Okay. 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 So we have this reverse Ten of Pentacles, which would mean which would feel like a loss because, and I honestly don't know that I don't think that this is really what I get from this. By taking this beginning step into this, what would traditionally like be an act of rebellion, right? By not doing things the way that normally would do it, you may take a little bit of loss. You may feel a little locked out of sorts, but this is a passionate new beginning. This is a passionate new beginning. You're starting something that you actually care about that's going to open things up for you. And then we've got the reverse Seven of Wands. And in this instance, this is basically saying don't get uprooted. Don't get thrown off course by what may not come super duper easy. Anything that's worth doing is worth fighting for, right? So we're going to get some additional information here today from the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And we're going to see what she's got to say here, just for some guidance on our path. And I do want to look underneath on our deck over there too. So what do you want us to know about this recognition of the patterns, this new beginning, and this act of rebellion that is going to bring us to doing our best work by working with our shadow? We got awakening. I'm actually going to take this like this. Four of Wands, celebration. And reverse introspection. So again, the Night Goddess is a little different than, and on the bottom we actually have the Ten of Pentacles again, but this time in the upright. That's interesting. I would like to look at this. So awakening in this deck is similar to the Judgment card. So you're using your awakening, literally. You're seeing the patterns. You're seeing your path. You are doing it despite what anybody else says. And that is quite a beautiful thing, because what comes in next is the Four of Wands, which is celebration. And interestingly enough, underneath it was the Eight of Pentacles. So you've got to do the work. You've got to do the work here. And then introspection in this deck. Dun, 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 is traditionally the Hermit card. So you're coming out of this hermit mode. You've been in that gestational period that we talked about, and you're coming out of this for the ultimate goal and the ultimate good. And honestly, I'd like to see what's at the bottom of this deck. Don't worry. You've been in this place of worry. There's not going to be, like, there are no more foundations for you to worry about getting torn up here. Don't wait. There's no need to wait any longer. We've got a number of sevens too. I don't feel like this is not our story down here. This is different. But I don't feel like you have to wait any longer. Like, it's all coming. This is where you've been. You've been worrying. You may have gone through a tower. This is not that tower moment. Things are going to be okay. You're going to be on solid ground here. And then you don't have to worry about sitting out and wondering what your options are, because you know what you want. You know what your decision is. Stand strong in it. Let's get a clarifier a little guidance from the Divine Feminine. If she wants it to come out, we'll see if she comes out again. God bless you, Taco. That's my dog. He's a little chubby chihuahua. Kind of the best chubby chihuahua. But, we all think our dogs are the best. And the winner today is, the Black Madonna, Our Lady of the Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity for love. So this is you in this hermit spot that you're coming out of. And you're transforming everything that you have learned into something greater. And that is a wonderful, wonderful space to be in. Let's put her up here. Hopefully you can see her. And then just, again, for kicks and giggles, we'll do one Cosmic Journey Oracle, and we'll see where we land. There's so much energy out there right now. So many things are shifting and changing. And in recognizing the patterns of where we've been, we can figure out where we want to go and how we can say, fuck the system, or whatever the expectations are that are imprinted upon you, that are not really true to who you are. And the sort of crux of all of this is the knowledge and the advice, really, that you are a unique individual. No one is exactly like you are. And nobody is going to have exactly the same path. And you can't be expected to take the path that somebody else takes. Memento mori, there may not be a someday. This means do things now that bring you greater joy. And Starseed, I saw this earlier. Yes, you are a starseed. You are a child of the universe. And as such, we experience things in the micro and the macro that are both wonderful and terrible. It happens on this planet. It happens within our bodies. It happens within the body of the universe. So I know I've said it before, but as sentient life forms, we are merely sentient carbon-based life forms. We're merely the universe experiencing itself. So experience it. And on the bottom, befriend your fear monster. Act from your truest place. Act like a rebel if you have to. You don't have to take some course that somebody has already taken. That song just came to my mind that used to be, I think, I can't remember which designer jean commercial it was, but it's I walk the road that few have traveled. What's hard for most comes easier for me. But you walk your own path. And it will be easy for you because it is your path. Walking on somebody else's path isn't easy. Walking your own, totally different story. Sending you much love and light. Namaste.